You know, we all see those highlight reels, right? The creators with millions of subscribers. But what's really going on behind the scenes? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the actual day-to-day grind of building a channel. And this isn't just from scratch. We're talking about a total rebuild. We're going to use one creator's decade-long journey as our case study to see what that fight is really all about. So, what does it really take to build a channel today in this incredibly crowded landscape? I mean, this is the question every creator asks themselves, right? It's so much more than just hitting record. It's about strategy, it's about pure persistence, and, finding your voice in a literal sea of content. So what does that look like in the real world? Well, let's dive in and find out. Okay, so our creators arena today is a Rumble channel called Coffee Time Live. Now, this is important. This isn't some brand new channel that just popped up. Nope. This is the result of a 10-year journey. A journey that even involved a big switch from a YouTube presence that just wasn't working out anymore over to a new home on Rumble. This isn't some huge media empire. This is a creator right in the trenches, rebuilding an audience literally one video at a time.
So what is Coffee Time Live all about? Well, it's a real deep dive into a very specific world. Think a mix of Colombian culture, on-the-ground news analysis, especially for expats, and a lot of personal stories. And the creator delivers all this using different formats, live streams, short clips, which gives the channel a really clear and now monetized identity on this new platform.
And these are the core content pillars. This really shows you the niche we're talking about. You've got expat life in Colombia, which you can see in a title like What Colombians Really Think of American Expats. Then there's regional news and politics, with videos like Tiger vs. Air, Who Wins Colombia? And of course, cultural commentary. A great example of that is the Jeep that built Colombia. See, they aren't trying to be everything to everyone. They are absolutely carving out a very specific, unique space. Okay, so we've got the what. Now it's time to look at the how. And yeah, that means we have to face the numbers. This is where the story gets real for every single creator out there. We're talking about the raw, unfiltered data, the reality of the audience building grind, especially when you're basically starting over from scratch. 182. That's it. That's the follower count on Rumble. It's not 1 million. It's not even 1,000. After a whole decade in the game, this is the new foundation. But you got to think about it this way. Every single one of those 182 followers is a real person who made a choice to connect with this creator on this new platform. This is literally ground zero for rebuilding a community. Whoa, now this chart tells a fascinating story. Just look at the huge difference here. A featured video from about 10 months ago has nearly 1,800 views. That's a hit, right? But then, look at the recent daily output. A live show gets 181 views. A recent short gets 7. Just 7. This is the classic creator struggle, isn't it? Catching lightning in a bottle is one thing, but trying to sustain that momentum day after day, that is a whole different battle. And if we zoom in on just the recent long-form stuff, you can see the numbers are, well, they're all over the place. A video about what Colombians think of expats? Over 400 views. Not bad. But the behind-the-scenes look? Under 80? It just goes to show you there's no magic formula here. It is a constant grind of testing, learning, and just trying to figure out what resonates with that core audience you're rebuilding. So, you're looking at these numbers. What do? Just give up? Nah, you strategize. And this is where things get interesting. We're going to shift from just looking at the problem to actually analyzing the playbook this creator is using to tackle it head on. First part of the strategy? Diversify. This creator is definitely not a one-trick pony. You got the long, deep dive live shows, we're talking an hour and a half, to really engage the most dedicated fans. Then you have the short, punchy videos, just 2 or 3 minutes, designed for quick hits and hopefully discoverability. And then there's a layer of exclusive, premium content to monetize and reward the most loyal supporters. It's a smart, multi-pronged attack for this rebuild. But beyond just the different formats, there's a much more subtle, and honestly, I think a much more powerful strategy at play here. When you're a small channel, one of your biggest assets is your authenticity. In this creator, well, it looks like they're leaning hard into that by being incredibly transparent about the whole process. And here is the proof. This video title right here, Inside Coffee Time Live, How I Build Every Episode. This is not just another video about Colombia. No way. This is the creator pulling the curtain all the way back and showing their entire, get this, 5-hour AI-assisted production workflow. That is a brave move, and it's one that can completely change the relationship you have with your audience. So why does this matter so much? Well, because being this transparent does 4 things brilliantly.
First, it offers a totally different kind of value. It's not just entertainment, it's basically a production masterclass. Second, it builds incredible trust. Third, it positions the creator as an expert, someone who can help other creators. And maybe most importantly, it humanizes the whole channel. You're not just a content source anymore. You're a real person on a journey that people can actually get behind and root for.
So when we look at this whole journey for Coffee Time Live so far, what's the big takeaway? I think it really forces us to redefine what success even means for a creator today, especially for someone who's been at this for a decade.
And this comparison kind of lays it all out, doesn't it? You've basically got two paths. On one hand, you have viral fame. That's all about massive views, but it's often fleeting attention from a super broad audience, and you are completely at the mercy of the algorithm. But then there's the other path, the one Coffee Time Live seems to be on, and that's all about building a niche community. Yeah, it might mean more modest view counts, but what you get is dedicated engagement from a focused following, people who are there for you, the creator, not just for one viral video.
And that really brings us to the final big question. In this whole modern creator economy, what's actually more valuable in the long run? 100,000 people who watch one video and then just disappear? Or 182 dedicated followers who show up for every stream, who comment, who are actually invested in your journey? This all case study really suggests the answer might be the smaller, dedicated group. It's not just about the size of your audience, it's about the strength of your community. It's definitely something to think about.